Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Free Skate. It's been a minute again. Today, we are going to do four continents of what I can remember. I have my notes right here on my tablet, thank goodness. I did them during the event, and I was going to do a video right after the event, and I just got busy and sidetracked, and then life hit and everything. Before we start, though, I also would like to have a little moment of silence and silent prayer for those families who were unfortunately killed in the flight crash in the United States. I can't imagine anyone going through that. I know it hit people really hard throughout the entire skating community in the United States and beyond. Um, People who trained with them, extended family, friends. It's just an event that nobody wants to experience and hear about, and my heart goes out to absolutely everybody that was involved and affected with it. So we're going to have a little moment of silence right now and pay respects to those who lost their lives. Thank you. Um, it's funny because even though I didn't know anyone with that, um, I just have such a like an empathetic spot for people that go through those types of disasters, and I just man, I just can't imagine. So anyways, okay, let's shape up here and continue on with this four continents thing. So with the men, the four continents, the men was a very menning event. Nearly all the men had mistakes, except Mikhail Shidorov, who scored 94.73 in his short program. He looked super, super strong and had a fantastic opening quad lutz triple toe combination. Um, the surprise of the event, I mean, to me, for the short program, and I think many people were surprised, was Jimmy Ma. What a delightful shock to the system to see him skate in with second. He had 82.52, so Shidorov had a 12-point advantage over him going into the free skate. But you know what? All the rest of the men were below 80 points, so that just shows you where the men were with, you know, third onward. Below 80 in an international event of that caliber is not the greatest for coming up to a medal position. So I have all men here were below 80. Cha, Tomono, Mira, etc. They had mistakes galore. Shidorov, halfway through his free skate, basically won the entire event because there was no way that he could lose those points. He opened up with an absolute cracker of a combo. If you know, you know. Triple axel Euler quad Salchow, 21.11 points he scored, that's an insane to score. That's so crazy to score on one element. 109 in the TES. He had positive GOE in everything, no pops or under rotations. Also noteworthy, Junwon Cha had a great free skate. He was second in the free skate, 185.78. Ma held on for the bronze medal, which was very unexpected because I think this might be the first time that he was able to put two well-rounded programs together. Usually Jimmy Ma will have a good short program and then he kind of bombs his free skate, so that was really nice to see him skate enough to get a medal. He wasn't perfect, he did have some mistakes. However, he was good enough to hold on to a medal. So congratulations to him. He had 162.49 in the free skate. He did get a Q on his first triple axel in the sequence and fell on his triple loop and an edge call. Notable free skates also include Camden. He was 16th in the short program, 8th in the free skate. And of course, winner Mikhail Schleiderov, 285 overall. Junwon Cha, second, 265.02, and Jimmy Ma, 245.01. What was really touching was Jimmy Ma holding a photo of the victims of the crash in the Kiss and Cry area. They say, some spirits work in mysterious ways, and when it's your time, and people are looking down on you. And you know what? They may have had the U.S. team looking down on him to reward him with a medal to say thanks for not forgetting about us. So congratulations to him on that bronze medal. The women was a shockingly unpredictable event. What we thought could have been a Japanese sweep ended up in 0 Japanese medals in the women, which is crazy. I don't think that was on anyone's bingo card. They didn't medal in anything actually in the entire event except for pairs. Wakaba Higuchi 5th, Chiba 6th, Matsuki 11th. 2 Americans though, Tennell and Everhart, ended up getting a medal. The Lord of the Dance duo places back-to-back 204.3 and 200.03 points respectively. Champion was hometown girl Cheon Kim. It wasn't even close. She scored 222.38 points, an absolute masterclass of the event. Alyssa Liu manages to get a 4th place finish, which is fantastic for her. She looked also stronger as well than she did at Nationals. At Nationals, I found that she was she ran out of gas and she was just giving everything she got to finish that program. In this event, I didn't feel that she was running out of gas quite as fast, so she's definitely been working on that. So congratulations to her for that. So USA is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. Sofia Samolinka, Samodelkina had a fantastic clean program in the free skate of Kazakhstan. She was 6th in the free skate. So that is fine. 148.36 for Kim puts her, I think, in a world title conversation. 137 for Brady and 132 for Sarah. 131 for Alyssa. So those are really close scores between the American girls and our top 5 world contender placings. And you know what? I think Worlds is going to be a shakeup. I don't know. There's going to be no Luna with her surgery. She's out. Everyone else hasn't been super consistent. So I guess we'll kind of see where that's going to leave everyone. What do I have here? Okay, so Sarah and Alyssa both got 2 Q calls, but Alyssa got 2 edge calls too, and that's what it seemed like what split them up in the free skate and overall. The edge calls affected the GOE enough to make a difference of a medal for Alyssa, because there was not much of a separation there, so that could have gone either way. Pairs, Riku and Ryuichi win this event. They won both short and the free. They won the short by over 4 points. Cameron O'Shea of USA was 2nd in the short, but had a dodgy free skate, ended up off the podium. Both Canadian teams, Stiletto Deschamps and Pereira Michaud, got onto the podium here. The free skate was a lot closer to the Japanese, as they won by just over 1 point versus Deanna and Max. And Max had a shaky short program, but finally put together a pretty good free skate. Still room to improve, but that is, I think, by far their best free skate of the year. They scored 141.26 in the free skate. They did actually have a higher TES score than the Japanese team in the free skate as well. So that's really good for Deanna and Max, because they don't want to peak early. And not saying this is early, because Worlds is coming up, but they are on the upwards climb. I think they're finally figuring it out, and I think Worlds is going to be very exciting in pairs between those two. I think, for whatever reason Deanna and Max have had tougher time this year. I don't know if it's skating as world champions. They feel like expectations are different. They have expectations on themselves. They feel like they're carrying a country. Deanna becoming Canadian and knowing that she can actually be in the Olympics. I think there's a lot of mind play there, and they're not playing catch up anymore. They were playing top of the podium. They were the ones to beat. And I know that's where mentally they probably want to be, but that's an adjustment period for them because they both have not been in that position before. So through this whole season, I think has been just a learning curve, and I think they are going to be peaking at the right times. So I do think there's a possibility that the Canadians could possibly win a second world title, and that would be massive heading into the Olympics. So this is going to be a very interesting World Championships. Now in ice dance, I think one of the biggest upsets of the season is Piper and Paul edging out Chalk and Bates, 218.46 to 217.93, and both teams skated strong in both segments. Usually the upsets come in when somebody makes a big mistake and there's warranted differences in the scores. This time it just came down to pretty much GOE and a few levels. So that was super interesting because the international panel gave Piper and Paul huge scores. Piper and Paul came out with higher GOEs in most of the elements, which ultimately was the difference in the scoring here. Chalk and Bates did win the free dance by, it was not by much, 131.72 to 131.24, so less than half a point, and it was enough to overcome. Marjorie and Zach won the bronze medal with 201.4 points. They did have a bobble in the free dance, which did cost them a fair amount of points. Marjorie had a large bobble on her twizzle. I do remember that. They downed her to a level 2 and had a negative GOE on that element. They scored 5.05 on their twizzle event. Christina and Anthony almost made up that ground with that mistake alone, but the rest of their GOEs weren't as high as the Canadians. So Carrera and Ponomarenko had 9.02 on the element versus 5.05 without the mistake. So that was a 4-point difference. Again, Marjorie and Zach had higher GOEs, so that's what kept them above Christina and Anthony. In the ISU handbook, I wanted to note, I did actually look into it to see what the protocols were, and it states a loss of one level will be administered on a twizzle that ends up in a loss of balance, including a touchdown for support. As seen in the scores, that is why Marjorie was a level 2 and Zach was a level 4. I do really like Marjorie and Zach's rhythm dance. I think it's one of the most exciting to watch in the world right now. I think the Austin Powers is full circle for them because they had done it when they were kids. So that's super exciting to see them get into character like that and perform it as an adult. I think, and Zach is just such a ham. Marjorie's expressions on her face, Zach's expressions, I think they're so much fun to watch. And I also think I do really enjoy Zingis and Kolesnik. I do think I see Marjorie and Zach and Zingis and Kolesnik going head to head, kind of like how Virtue and Moyer did with the Americans, Charlie and Merrill. So I'm picking those two. You heard it here first. Probably not the first one to say it, but I think those two teams post-Olympics are going to be the head-to-head ones battling out with a few other really good teams too, but I think those are going to be the ones heading into the next quad that are going to be battling for an Olympic gold medal at one point or another. So Zingis and Kolesnik, I think, just need a little bit more experience and maturity. That fantastic skating skills, and they performed to the rafters, and they've really worked on it this year. In other news that I think probably everyone has heard now, I think this is very interesting, is the new partnership of Guillaume Cizeron and Laurence Fournier-Baudry. So obviously we know, and if you don't know, you're going to know now, Laurence Fournier-Baudry skated for Denmark a while ago, years and years ago with Nikolai Sorensen, who is serving, I believe it's a 6 or 8 year ban suspension for sexual maltreatment. So Laurence didn't have a partner to skate with. Guillaume trained, I think, at the same rink as them. I don't know what he was doing. I guess he didn't want to retire. his partner is now skating with Madison Hubble, so they're not partner anymore. So Madison Hubble and Gilliam's former partner, Gabrielle Papadakis, are skating together as a same-sex dance pair, paving the way for maybe that to happen internationally. It can happen in Canada. Canada is one of the only countries to allow same-sex dance in pairs couples to compete. So wouldn't it be cool if we could see them become Canadian and just like do that at a domestic event and win a title? How awesome would that be? I think that'd be so much fun to watch. So Gilliam and Laurence Fournier-Beaudry are officially a partner, and I believe they will be representing France. I don't know how it works for the Olympics, because you would assume them making this partnership now would mean that they are going for the Olympics next year. So I don't know what that means for like a French passport for Laurence to do, because I don't really know the requirements. And usually teams come back like a season prior to an Olympics. They're going right into it. So I don't really know. I think that's very interesting. I think it'll be very entertaining. I think she's going to match Gilliam really, really well, because she's a very, very strong skater, and I think they're going to look great together. I had to laugh at the picture that Gilliam posted of them together, because it was such like a photo shoot picture, and they just looked like they were so like in the moment of like, we're a new couple, like watch out for us. It was a very model-esque photo of both of them, and they both looked fantastic. So very interesting to see them coming into a competition next year. It'll be super cool to see that different dynamic. I think it'll be optically really weird getting used to. I also have to, I kind of feel sorry. I don't not feel sorry because it's the name of the game, but the French team, Lopereva and Bressot, they have really made strides this year, and they're really fantastic. So they're going to have some very, very stiff competition. However, I think France does have 2 spots for dance, so I don't think they should be too worried, because I can't see France's second dance team coming and upsetting that to take a second spot. So they should be okay for the Olympics still, but for a national title, maybe not. So we'll have to see. So what's happening with me, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. So tomorrow is my provincial championships and Sunday. So today is March 6th. So March 7th tomorrow I'm doing Star 6 Elements. It's going to be myself and 6 other girls, probably like 10 years old. I don't know how old they're going to be. It's so embarrassing. I did manage to pull another adult skater that is on the same morning ice training with me. She is going to do it as well. So there's 2 adults, but she's only 19. I'm almost 40. So, but it'll be funny to see us going against like 10 and 14-year-olds with this. So I think what Skate Canada does is they are going to assign a level to our elements. So gold, silver, bronze for the elements. And then we also get ranked overall, because like we get awarded points. So there might be me on a podium with like an 11-year-old and 12-year-old being like, and then on Sunday I have my adult men gold free skate. So that's gonna be fun. There's no streaming link, so I can't let any of you watch, but I will try and have somebody record it, and I will put it up somewhere, maybe probably on this YouTube channel or on Twitter or something. The Free Skate on Twitter and on Blue Sky as well. I am the Free Skate. Yeah, so I think that is it for today. I thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, and we will see you guys heading into the World Championships. Okay? Have a good night.